In this video, I'm going to talk about the biggest mistakes that photographers make with their business. And the first is allocation of time. And this is specifically looking at researching the wrong things. If you have found yourself researching camera equipment, you're probably wasting time. Unless you literally need to buy an item right now for a shoot in 2 days' time and you're torn between two items, you want to do a bit of research, chances are the time you're spending on that would be better spent learning how to take a photograph. Rather than comparing 6 different 50mm lenses that you might buy at some point in the future, learn something about the inverse square law, learn about the Schindler principle, learn about anything to do with photography but not about kit. Reading the latest press releases for cameras, the Canon, I don't know what they're called, the mirrorless ones, whatever it may be, that is not going to help your photography unless you're at the point where you literally have to purchase it to be able to take a photograph because it's not possible with the kit that you currently have. If that's the case, yes, do some research before sinking $5,000 into something. But unless that is literally, you must buy this item or you cannot do the job, leave those websites alone, leave those reviews alone, step away from them. Focus on the craft. Which brings me through to the second one, which is believing your hype. And I am guilty of this. Everyone is guilty of this. I put a photograph out, it gets 1,000 likes, I get 10,000 followers, whatever it may be. I feel good about myself, but it doesn't say anything about the quality of my work. Some of my best images are received very badly online, and some of my worst images are received very well. Taking the general population, even the general population of photographers, as a sounding board for how good you are is a very bad idea. You need to find trusted individuals who are at a level where they understand your genre, your niche, and what you're trying to achieve, who can give you that feedback and just go, look, you're miles off the mark. What you're doing here is not right. You need to be looking more at this. You need to be focusing on improving this, this, and this, because likes and followers and all that hype that comes with it don't mean anything in the professional world of photography. Buying gear. We all buy gear. We all buy too much gear at some point and we stretch our cash flow. At no point should you be spending whatever money you have on gear. If you have to have a £10,000 saving buffer, anything over that you can spend on gear, but you don't spend that £10,000 buffer. You need to amass a lump of cash in your business that is your buffer. Now, it might be at the start that you don't have that, so you have to have an overdraft facility for your buffer until you can start building an actual cash profit buffer, but you need a buffer. Do not spend your money on kit for the sake of it, and it's something which is so easy to do. Oh, this better photographer than me has these lights. Oh, this better photographer than me has this tripod. Maybe I need that. Maybe I should buy that. None of this will make a difference. What you need to be doing is getting better at your work and better at the way that you communicate with your clients. Okay, the next point is a 2-point one. And the first is not having a niche. If you do not have a niche, it's very hard for people to book you because they don't know who you are and what it is that you're selling. If you are the architecture, interior, headshot, business event, wedding photographer person, who books you for this? It's just people who want person with camera. Whereas if you do a very specific thing, people know what you do and they know when they need you. I have a very specific style of work, and when people need me, they know who I am, they will book me, and I'll get paid a premium for it. Far more than the people doing odd jobs every day. But this ties into the next point, which is don't try and work locally. Yes, take the local jobs for sure, but when you have a niche, chances are on your local market there isn't enough work, which is why people are scared to do it. But I can be in Paris in 4 hours. I can be in Barcelona in 3 hours. I can be most places within a day. There is no reason why I shouldn't niche down, get really good at one thing so my price is extremely high, and then just travel. I travel for most of my work. I only have one client that's local to me. Everyone else is spread across Europe and the world. And it doesn't matter because we're in a global sort of situation now. Granted, we're in lockdown, so it's not a great example at the moment, but going forward, these clients will still be there. I can still work in the States. I can still work in Europe. I can work, wherever pretty much. So think bigger than your local area. Find that niche, drill down into it, and then spread it worldwide. Okay, the final point, and this is a bit of a contentious one, is trying to follow genres of photography that don't really exist commercially. Model photography is not a thing unless you're photographing model trains. Look, photographing the girl next door type images, horror images. Yes, there's like very, very sub genres of this, but it's too niche almost, and it's also not financially viable. So yes, you have to niche down, but some niches just aren't professions. And that's fine if it's your hobby, do it as your hobby, but it is not going to make money. So Following the photographer who takes pictures of half-naked girls and thinking I'm going to be that person isn't going to work. They're selling you presets, they're selling you workshops. They're not actually getting paid to photograph half-naked models. That is not a job. Being a fashion photographer is, but these people, they're not fashion photographers. There's nothing fashion about what they do. It's photographing pretty girls. And it is a trap that I see a lot of male photographers falling into. And it's heartbreaking to see because they invest all this time, they're getting frustrated and they're not getting anywhere with it. And it's because it's just not a profession. And it's very important to recognize that. And also when you're looking up to photographers and their work, you need to be thinking, right, what are they doing? Their work, it looks great and it does look great. Who are they selling to? Are they selling back to photographers with presets and workshops, or are they selling to commercial clients? Because if they're selling to me and I want to do that, then I need to build that and then sell to photographers, because there won't be clients at the other side because that market doesn't exist. And it's very important to recognize who your market is. Now, I hope these are of use to you. If you have any questions or any other suggestions that you think are big mistakes we all make, drop them in the comments below and I'll see you all next time.